Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 89 of Monday AWF, Monday Night Chaos, the place to be. I am Michael A., the Agent A, and beside me
is Agent K. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a historic matchup in our sights. It is Liv Morgan, the manager of CNC Trees, versus the ever demonic, the ever nefarious Kyra Silva. And this should be a matchup. Two women who have similar MOs, Agent A.
Well, two women who, similar MOs, just a different coat and different brand here in Saginaw, Michigan, where, well, the crowd, not a sold out one tonight because, well, who the hell lives in Saginaw, Michigan? To be honest, there, I questioned this place when I saw it on the calendar, but nevertheless, we show up because I guess even the Colorado Rockies of places need, even the deep places need love. And well, these wrestling purists that find themselves here do have a treat. Morgan and Silva for the illustrious Divas Championship. And well, there you see them, CNC. To think that they can all be wearing gold, that's a thing of few groups have done.
Certainly, and I want people to recognize that CNC Trees may be the guys holding the championships, but it's because of Liv Morgan. Lest we not forget how they got here. While I think that the Ocho, the Lionheart, Corazon de Leon, was very instrumental in having CNC Trees be the team that they are today, Liv Morgan pushed them over the finish line and gave them, in my opinion, those tag team championships, or at least gave them the opportunity to win them. So she's as much as that championship team as Choco and Karam are.
And these two, they're going to be the ones it's a reverse now. They're even the ones cheering on and trying to help Liv lock in, so to say, to beat Kyra Silva. And I mentioned that Liv could potentially be a hero to a lot of people if she dethrones this woman. And oh man, well, Liv knows a thing or two about power couples. Her and her, whatever you want to call her. I'm not calling him that man, what she calls him. But her and her lover boy also share gold together. And well, CM Loaf and Kyra Silva, that's another thing they share together. You see, not gonna lie, Miss Silva had my heart in awe when she first stepped onto the scene. I'm not talking out of any jealous or broken, shattered bits, but I am, the more you learn about someone, just because she has a pretty face does not mean she has a pretty heart. Brawny 2020. CM Loaf should take a note from the young King James.
Well, listen, Kyra Silva is the kind of girl where I wouldn't trust her any farther than I could throw her. And I don't know if you're aware of this, ladies and gentlemen, but my arms are incredibly weak and not capable of throwing any grown adult anywhere. But nevertheless, Kyra Silva is successful, much to my chagrin, much to my partner's chagrin, and the chagrin of the AWS faithful ever since popping into the scene. She's, frankly, spent most of her time winning championships here and certainly causing controversy while she was at it, but she has the gold, and I'm afraid that when you have that around your waist, you get to decide what's the law here in the Action Wrestling Federation.
Silva shall be holding and defending that Divas Championship. Remembering this championship, that that it never always looked like that. It was a customly handmade by Silva. Looks like she sent it to hell and back. But Morgan getting the cheers from the crowd, while Silva, she gets ready to defend home court. Well, not home court, but you get it. Defend the belt. Defend the good ground, the good gold she holds. CM Loaf is in the hot.
There's some WWE superstars here in the AWS, which the faithful treat as our own. And I think Liv Morgan is reaching that status by way of CNC Trees. And Kyra Silva, to these people, she's an outsider. She's an outcast. She's a rebel. Something that these people aren't used to.
She is she's all those things, but she's got the popularity of the prettiest girl at school. And well, She's the doe on CM Loaf's arm, defending her title. But, you know, does the power couple remain a championship couple after tonight? Here we go. Morgan is going to play a spoiler. She spikes Silva right into the mat. And here we go. Morgan, a tight lockup. She is the shorter competitor of the two. Kyra Silva having also the strength advantage. Look at this. As I mentioned it, ran with a knee. The powerbomb stopped her. And Silva in control.
You can see that punishing style of Kyra Silva go to work. You know, it's interesting that since her and her boo thing, if I may use that term, have showed their true personality, they both added an aggressive streak to their offense. More so CM Loaf, but Kyra Silva has always had this meanness about her. As you're about to see on display, gut-wrench powerbomb in the corner.
And she's daring Morgan to get back up. Silva holds up Morgan like a child and launches her right overhead. Look out below. Morgan
When you look
into
at the
the
champs
corner.
there, CNC trees.
Oh no.
Does not look like they're enjoying what they're seeing right now as they're jaw-jacking with Kyra Silva. We all know Silva to be a woman who contests with about just everything around her, and it looks like CNC trees in their case is no different. Silva back on Morgan now with a couple of right hands.
An elbow, a nice popping elbow to the face. Damn, what a hell of a clothesline. That aggressive, you know, powerhouse style of Silva. Her looks can be deceiving. Wouldn't think she's as strong as she is, but she can fling you around just as she is, Morgan. And CM Loaf in the corner, undoing the turnbuckle padding. Silva wrapped up by Morgan. She's gonna get low elbows to the midsection. Held by
really
Morgan.
Have to wonder. And here we go. Oh, look at that.
And a kick to the face right after.
Capitalizing on the interference by her boyfriend, Kyra Silva now. And Liv Morgan, lest we not forget, I'm sure that she also knows a few dirty tricks in the game. How did she land that Hurricane Rana, AJ?
Don't ask me. I don't know in there. Oh, Newton calls this, you know, Morgan. She's a special woman. And showing that on display now. Out of the way. Big right hand. Big left hand. And a low kick. Kyra Silva. She is the, you know, she's done that Divas Championship well. She has been as, you know, as dominant as any other champions. Pink Danger. Queen Spears holding it before her. And there, throwing her around. Yeah. Good, great almighty. Silva is being disrespectful. Right back up. And Loaf yelled something that Morgan didn't quite appreciate. Morgan focusing back to the match on the knee to Silva. Morgan. Silva lined up. Oblivion! Oblivion! K! Divas Championship! It could be a new
It's
one.
on the
One?
line.
No!
Monday Night Chaos has already seen some great title changes.
Off the
That would have
ropes.
been another one, but the match is still underway. You know, I have to give Silva credit where credit is due. She certainly is a tough cookie. But,
Oh! Powerbomb!
oh, with a beautiful Tiger powerbomb. You know, you really have to wonder if she's been tested before. She's really been pushed to the limit. We've seen her go to the brink with some women in the division, but Liv Morgan is a world champion. She's a tag team champion. She's accomplished. I think this is Kyra Silva's most accomplished opponent in terms of accolades. As you can see here. Oh my goodness.
A CM Loaf hands Silva the chair. No. No. Loaf. No, Silva. Steel chair. Several. And Newton calls the match. Silva doesn't. It's over. What the hell?
And just right when I was giving Kyra Silva her props, AJ, she throws it all away in an action that we've seen her take time and time again. Kyra Silva retains on a huge asterisk, and that Divas Championship is looking more and more desecrated every time this young lady steps into the ring.
We have more Monday Night Chaos up next. I mean, come on, really. Welcome back to Monday Night Chaos. Agent A and Agent K here live from Saginaw, Michigan. Ilya Dragunov, the TIF Intercontinental Champion, making his Season 3 debut. He holds that great, historic Intercontinental belt and is going to give Monday Night Chaos a taste of the Proving Grounds matchup. He sends an open invite to anyone in the back. Last 10 minutes with him, you get a title match with the Mad Dragon.
Yeah, Ilya Dragunov, I mean, I always sing this young man's praises. He is impressive. Not only in the way that he fights, and I say fight, not wrestle, because when you watch Ilya Dragunov in the ring, you feel as though he's going through a war. Wrestling to him is an art form mixed with brutality and grace. And that is the exact mixture you're getting when you get Ilya Dragunov. Now, he has been known to trip up at the finish line, Agent A. I mean, one of the most famous rivalries of his career, Walter, or now known as Gunther, it took him a while to try and grab that brass ring. Let's hope he doesn't get in his head here tonight and somehow loses this Proving Ground match. Let's throw away the fact the person has proved himself. He might actually beat Dragunov if he's not careful and doesn't keep track of his emotions.
Well, you know, Dragunov, this is an open call out to all his TIF guys and the AWF guys. He's beaten the Anomaly Deuce, and now he's prevailed. He sits on top. Let's see who's next. Oh my
goodness. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. And it looks like he has brought hell forth with him. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Ring General, a man that the Mad Dragon once knew as Walter, but is now the world champion as Gunther.
And the last time we saw Gunther, it was him versus Mamba Ann on this very brand around nearly about a year ago. And it was around when the TIF and AWS feud really began to tip off and begin seeing Gunther back in a realm that he quite frankly, he despises everything Actions Wrestling represents, everything that even now that TIF could represent now. You know, he's gotten the big bucks elsewhere, but is walking back here to prove a point to Dragunov. Maybe taking such a prestigious title just to make himself happy. He's on a little bit of a tangent as of lately. Maybe trying to punk out Dragunov in this one in the one-on-one competition. 10 minutes on the clock. Newton, the bell sounds, and into a crossface immediately.
And let's talk about the kind of match this is. Normally, a Proving Ground would be for a young up-and-comer, a rookie of sorts, someone who's looking to make their big break, looking to have his name be etched in the history books pretty early on in his career. Gunther is the history book. Longest reigning ever Intercontinental Champion. I mean, accolade after accolade. He has faced Dragon. Oh, look at this. Look at that. And you know Dragunov has not forgotten the taste of that boot, Agent A.
And he's going to get familiar with it again tonight. Look at... Oh, come on! That is a dirty move. Gunther! And he launched away.
Old school.
Double axe handle evaded.
The thing I enjoy about these guys and their matchups is they both have such an old school style. You know, you can put them in any era, the 40s, 50s, 60s,
Whoa,
70s.
Goodness!
Onward.
The ricochet was ridiculous.
And that godforsaken top.
Wait.
That is the one that Dragunov will not forget.
Tried to DDT Dragunov, and he said he gets launched.
Swatting him out of midair. Classic David and Goliath matchup we are witnessing here, folks.
Gunther getting ran with.
Oh my goodness!
Power
Dragunov
bomb.
was powerful. Those quadriceps just working overtime there and lifting up the 240-pounder Gunther.
And back up slowly. Gunther, big clothesline. Knee swing back into the ring. And now a chop. Several of them. Gunther into the corner.
Hands like frying pans, folks. I know it's hard to tell on the television or from the nosebleeds, but when you're up close like me and Agent AR, you can really see the physicality of Gunther on full display.
Now we're seeing the physicality of Dragonuv going on full display.
And it is terrifying. Trust me. But both the output of both these guys.
Dragonuv is...
That's why they're so revered.
You know, this matchup, you wouldn't think that Dragonuv withstands as much as he does, but these two were in the middle of that ring, standing 10 toes, and Dragonuv flings him out. And up after
let's not forget, I don't believe I've mentioned this yet, but Dragonuv has tapped out Gunther. And that is something that only one other man, to my knowledge, and under the WWE banner can boast. And that man is a former world champion, Jey Uso. Ilya Dragunov has that over Gunther. He has that mental edge.
Chop. Gunther right. Dragunov does have that mental fortitude, that mental footing. That could be what helps him get this over with before the 6 minutes and 44 is up. This is what Dragunov wanted, though. He wanted his wit to be pushed. And what better way than an old rival, Gunther? And for Gunther to even be here, wrestling under this banner, wrestling on that logo here, wraps around, German suplex.
If we're being honest, Agent A, I don't think that any human being, no matter how tenacious and gritty they are, can beat Gunther, the world champion, in under 10 minutes. And that's going to be tough.
Dragunov, all it takes is 1, 2, 3. A sneaky roll-up can get the job done. And Dragunov pulling Gunther to the center of the ring. Not happening. Oh, nice kick. After this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, we will have... Oh! Torpedo Moscow! Hooks the leg! Kane! That could be it! That's the shot! No!
And that took all the steam, all the wind out of the sails of the champion.
Gunther, top turnbuckle.
Because now Gunther's going to go for that big splash.
But Dragunov stumbles up. Gunther DDTs him! Middle rope! And stalks him up. Yeah, after this matchup, it will be CM Loaf giving word about the thing said by Mamba Ant last week. You know, trying to give a issue to the AWF before Renegade Warzone 3 this coming June 29th. Oh, nice. Up there, back up to his feet. Gunther pushed up back to his feet after the rake to the eyes. Both of these men are bleeding from the brow. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness almighty. Gunther is messing with Dragunov's mind with this one, K. He might be playing games with all of us, making him...
And we all know that Gunther despises a man like Hulk Hogan, but the one thing he despises more is losing, and he will try and get in Dragunov's head in any way that he can.
Misses the leg drop. Gunther, scoop out the way. Nice Dragon. Nice snap between German suplex. And a knee to the face of the bloody brow. 4:11 left on the clock for Dragunov to try and even get anything. A 1, 2, 3 count. And you know, I wasn't questioning what you said, Kay, about beating Gunther in 10 minutes, but I mean, if anyone can do it, Dragunov can find a way. But the clock is ticking to do so. Here, Gunther swings him into the corner, switches the momentum into the corner, runs him against the turnbuckle. Hell of a German suplex! Gunther!
That was an Austrian suplex that had a bit more flavor on it, with that rotation on the neck and shoulders.
And the chest of Dragunov is being chopped in goodness differently ways.
Good God. That arm is like a sledgehammer. And then like a sword-like chop to the chest is ripping the flesh
out of our TIF Intercontinental Champion. Gunther is being mean right now, just completely bullying Dragunov. And holds him up. Out of the way. Chop. Double X. Oh, nice right
uppercut, man.
Uppercut.
Gunther just worked a snug style. He doesn't let anything go less than 100%.
Gunther. Oh, Dragunov! Hell of a... Man, what a way to escape and just cut off by Gunther. Shot to the legs. The bloodied face. It's just as this match goes on, it gets worse and worse for Dragunov.
Just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. That is how long Ilya Dragunov has to beat the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, Torpedo Moscow. He might do it right now, Ejene.
What?
For the second time, beating Gunther, and no, still, the big Austrian, oh my goodness, destroyer. An Emerald Flosion by Gunther.
And a modified Dragon Sleeper.
Oh, that is nasty.
One.
The bicep, the huge bicep, may I add, of Gunther wrenching around the neck of Ilya Dragunov, which has never been in the best shape.
This is getting into
his
dangerous waters. Dangerous waters for the IC champion. Now, the question is starting to grow. Can you beat the man? 1 minute and 25 remains. Gunther has been on top of Dragunov. There's been an answer for everything this matchup. And there now, barely missing the attempted DDT. Dragunov with an inch of his life, moving out of the way. And Gunther, this Monday Night Chaos, getting a oh no. Nice reversal for a DDT. 1 minute remains.
1 minute, that is not a lot of time. I know it only takes 3 seconds, but the lead up there, and now Gunther proclaiming himself king of the ring.
Dragunov, slow to get in there, he does.
This is the last stand by Dragunov.
Off the ropes.
Gunther is not beaten by the time that timer goes down, we will have a rematch between these two.
In 30 seconds, Dragunov not allowed, not getting footing.
Prospect.
Oh no!
Dragunov.
Cleaving shot. Is that the dagger? Gunther, Ambrosplosion. No. And wait, the roll up, the stack up from Gunther. 1, 2. Dragunov kicks out, and
my goodness, what a kick out.
Now the bell sounds.
Close calls all around. And what was a thriller of a match, isn't it?
And it will have a decider. Gunther versus Dragunov. TIF Intercontinental Championship. It'll be on the line and somewhere near you soon. Up next, it is the word from the People's Champion, the AWF World Champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're supposed to be hearing from the AWF World Champion, but something, you know, he had to delay it. He had to delay it, and, you know, he's getting a whole interview booth set up right now in his locker room. It's a whole thing. But the next matchup was ready to start and happy to be started up. It is Curtis taking on Ruination's TJ. Curtis, the Iranian Reaper, he feels as if though it is his time to step up to Ruination to try his chance at them in the batter's box, so to say. And there you see it, the New York Yankee Reaper getting ready for Renegade Warzone 3. in a stadium he's well acquainted with now as a New Yorker. He's well acquainted with the New York scene, and, you know, he's getting embraced by them. He was a Bay Area guy, Iranian, you know, repping guy for a long time. Always was not the biggest fan of the city. Now he's embraced by the big lights. He wants to take down Ruination, TJ, and their entire little mission statement. He feels as though he has bragging rights against TJ, having fought with him against when Curtis was hardcore champion long ago in season 1. He then those were matches that, quite frankly, that made TJ, that gave TJ true validation in this company, lasting with the Reaper as long as he did. And now to be facing him again, you know, in this evolved state, so to say, one-on-one, no hardcore rules. Kay, who do you think you're giving it to?
Well, I'm not going to make the call this early. These two big guys are known to dish out some punishment, and I'm not sure which one's going to tap out first, but this is what I will say. I think Curtis is an incredibly noble competitor. You know, of course, Ruination wants to take over the Action Wrestling Federation, and they want to start with the guys who they think have been advertised above all else. Curtis hasn't really been one of those guys, and that's what that match at End of Days was about. Him reaching that upper echelon of main event top tier guy, but he couldn't do it. So for him to take up this match against Ruination, knowing that they're not his immediate target, so to speak, is just a reason why I think he is the true People's Champ.
And the literal People's Championship in TJ's hands. Maybe as well, Ruination's trying to make up a slight to CM Love. And, you know, didn't even think about that. You know, The Rock gifting TJ the title that's on his shoulder, and the title in his hands is his mother Blue Ivy's TNA Knockouts World Championship. And, you know, Blue Ivy's a hell of a great mom, a kind mother to let her son hold even such a prestigious title. There's a lot of parents.
She's an enabler, is what she is.
An enabler? That's a little harsh, is it not?
She's an enabler. She's letting this young man believe that he's entitled to championship gold when he has to earn it. And what kills me is that this young man has earned championship gold before. That's what his entire journey has been about. Trying to fill the shoes that people once thought were out of his shoe size, out of his length, out of his reach.
Maybe perhaps a sit down with Blue Ivy is needed. You know, we could get on that. That's a better interview than it will be with the lady asking CM Loaf the questions. And here, the tight lockup, TJ and Burt Curtis live on Monday Night Chaos. It begins here, and officially after this matchup, we'll hear from the People's Champion. Well, there's a lot of those going around this company.
Maybe they're delayed to the main event. Who knows?
You know, it just might. Oh, what a power slam! Curtis! TJ still getting the little brother treatment from Curtis as he is getting ragdolled around like he is still a rookie.
Well, listen, TJ may be big, but it is hard to find men who contain as much muscle mass and as much raw power as Curtis. And you can see the dexterity with the Iranian Reaper too, with the spin kick, and now this combination from him.
He is, quite frankly, putting on a clinic in strikes right now. Pop-up punch!
Oh my goodness. And if I were to make a comparison, he really reminds me of a modern Iron Sheik. I know that's kind of, you know, lame and you know, easy. They both come from the same country, but folks, they got that same just inhuman strength. Some might even say superhuman, as Curtis right now is
just launched up, and he's launching him again for a second go to Iran. He is doing sets with TJ, lifting him up to and fro. The crowd, they want one more time. Will they get one more time? They absolutely will, Kay. They absolutely will. Here comes the pain. A go to Iran. Down.
And it looks like the more things change, the more they stay the same here.
And TJ's
getting absolutely mollywopped.
And it's hard to watch. Even if you're not a fan of Ruination, Curtis is schooling the boy. He stands 10 toes. Goodness, when is it going to end? 3 go to Irans already. Curtis seems unsatisfied and... Oh, wait a minute.
And
it appears Undisputed has had enough. Undisputed and one of the other members of Ruination has had enough. But wait.
I just thought to myself, this seems too good to be true, and it was.
And wait, TJ, there was no other Ruination member. It was a simple distraction. Got the Reaper off his game. He's trying to get momentum back. A kip up. TJ swings him. Big Ka-Me-Ha! And down. 1,
just like that,
2, the Reaper.
You gotta be kidding me. After taking an absolute lashing, Agent A, TJ somehow etches out the win in no small part. That's an understatement to his Ruination friends.
And the mind games being played, TJ, it'll show 1-on-1. After 3 GTIs, TJ was still on top and the men victorious. Okay? Up next now, the word from the People's Champion, CM.
Oh, good grief.
Let me get something straight, Ant. As long as the AWF needs pomp and circumstance, no-meaning wrestlers like Will Ospreay, TikTok editors like Saint, and no-life losers like AJ Eros to get by, then I will always be above this company. You want me to be happy here? Like some tip-tastic who pretends to care so much about a company that he left it on and off for nearly 2 years, while 7 other people tried to hold his brand and still failed. That tip-tastic? He's a failure. He's a loser. That kind of talent that is proud to associate with the AWF. That talent. And Kenneth, our World Heavyweight Champion, proud AWF World Heavyweight Champion, is a loser whose wife is the only reason he's able to look himself in the mirror with confidence. And trust me, he's lucky that his wife is marginally more attractive than any of you fat asses in the audience. I am above this company, and I'm above you. I don't need people to succeed. I don't need you people to succeed. Mamba Ant, you do. I am, what was the word you used? An anomaly. You know how many times I've smoked a blunt, Ant? 0. You know how many times I've been suspended from school? Ant? 0. You know how many times I've been randomly drug tested at my place of education or place of work? 0. You know how many times I've been kicked out of some institution and begged like a pathetic little dog to come back? 0. You need this, Ant, and I don't. That's the difference between us. Actions entertainment means nothing to me. This title? Oh, it means something to me. It means something because it represents the very last authentic thing in this corporate hellhole, and that's me. I'm better than all of the rest of you. I fuck better than the rest of you. I look better than the rest of you. I make more money than all of you combined. And I don't have to try nearly as hard to do it. And that makes you sick, Ant. You need Actions Entertainment to survive. But me, I could retire tomorrow, and my kids' grandkids will be fed, sleep soundly and safely. Ant, you're a generation away from being used to homeless shelters, being used to food stamps. Me and you are not the same. My family has walked past your family and spat at them. How dare we even associate with people as dirty and worthless as those? We've never been the same. And at Renegade Warzone, it will be abundantly clear to everyone who watches that we are not the same. You have always been second-rate to me. A second-rate competitor, a third-rate citizen, and a first-rate idiot. Hear me, AWF. Yankee Stadium marks the end of Mamba Ant as the world once knew him. Mamba Ant, as you all know him, is going to die. And I can't wait to have his blood on my hands. And AJ Eros, because I know you're listening, because you can't function 30 seconds without thinking about me. I didn't make you, and you better stay out of the war zone. Don't try and pretend that you and I are meant to do some pathetic little dance. If you come in between me and Mamba Ant, you too will die.
And oh goodness almighty, Loaf running out of the interview room, the world heavyweight champion, calling down the AWF world champion. Where the hell did he even come from? And here, oh goodness.
And a steel chair right to the dome. And if there's one thing that Kenneth Kilgore does not tolerate, it is disrespect. You can come at him, you can come at his career. He's been open about that. But his wife, I was just about to say, Agent A, that man does not play about his wife.
And here, these two going at it right now. Kilgore, CM Loaf is drawing lines and crossing lines that not even the Antichrist has gone to.
He ought to be arrested. If we're being wholly and completely honest, Agent A, he ought to be arrested.
CM, goodness! He is poking bears that don't need to be struck, and Loaf going at the entire roster. I'm surprised if he shows up at any point from out of war zone, and he's getting hauled on right now. Kenneth picking him up. Yes, kill him, and the world. Both, and this is always a rare sighting. Both world champions are fighting one-on-one. They're not fighting, Oh, good. Moves out of the way.
Well, listen, CM Loaf has been increasingly volatile over these weeks.
And now, Kenneth Kilgore is trying his best to fight back, and CM Loaf, with an inch of his damn life, controlling the pace. Kilgore grabs him up, trying to put a dent in his damn head. Out of the way. Kilgore, right hand. Here. Oh, no, goodness, no. Stops it. CM Loaf, he could go for a Penance DDT right on that chair, but choking Kilgore going for the J Driller. Kilgore.
And these two are going at it.
And here, several of them, oh goodness, double-handed chops. Yes! 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 No!
And CM Loaf with the reversal.
And now, Loaf grabbing up Kilgore.
I wanted to see that bastard get Jay Driller through the concrete.
And no, goodness! Up against glass. The champion goes, the world heavyweight champion. Right hand to the face, out of the way. And still again. This is gonna have consequences and repercussions. CM Loaf, Mandibles, the world heavyweight champion. He's down already. The man is down, and Loaf.
Disgusting.
Goodness, he's done. You made your point! Trying to add insult to injury, and he does! Damn it! Shards of glass into the back of Kilgore, and we have more up next! Hell is freezing over! Ladies and gentlemen, what we have up here... Wait, I'm just checking it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is the next matchup, a Gauntlet Eliminator for the Renegade Championship. 2 people will start in the ring. Slowly and surely, more competitors will make their way out of there. Pinfall and submission must happen within the ring for it to count. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're here, we're set. We thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with me and Kay. We appreciate that. The first
And I just want to say, that even though Kenneth Kilgore isn't, as close to a friend as he used to be to me, I still care about the brother. And I'm hearing that he's gone to the hospital to get his stitches for the injuries that CM Loaf inflicted upon. Agent A, I don't know what gets into these guys when they get that championship. I really don't. Especially with CM Loaf. I thought he was the incorruptible. But obviously, Gold has won out yet again.
And I will say a lot of this began for CM Loaf when he lost the AWF World Tag Championships. And who would have thought it'd be CM Loaf that took the psychotic spin out and not Mamba Ant when that happened? And the CNC trees, maybe they don't know what they caused, but they began. Look, man, butterfly effect, Mandela effect, whatever. Ethan Grace knows that.
I'm not gonna blame anyone else for this except CM Loaf. It is CM Loaf who did not have the mental fortitude nor capacity to handle the pressure of losing. That is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a temper tantrum.
Well, Ethan Grace, he is trying to grasp and get a better hold of the AWF. He's got a win on AWF Ignition, the first Ignition victory of the year. He wants that same flow and momentum for himself. He wants to become a true single star. The same way a Deuce is. The same way that, Blitz, Silver Viper, Icehouse Jones, guys that have won the ice, belts and whatnot. He wants to be known in that same category. He doesn't want to be known as Ethan Grace and Kevin Ace and so on and so on. Sorcerer, sent from Ruination to potentially make his mark through Sorcerer, sent in specifically by Undisputed, handpicked because he's, he firmly believes he'd be a good potential to get that back in that singles grasp. That Sorcerer knows and can go the mile for Ruination, given his history with Thunder Jade. He's he's their ace in the hole, and Sorcerer doesn't even know it. Sorcerer getting his reputation slowly stacked up around as a superstar.
If the entirety of the Thunder Dungeon were workhorses, and that makes Sorcerer a thoroughbred. He was the cream of the crop. And if you put him next to A.G. Jones, it's like comparing the Mona Lisa to a children's drawing. My God. But nevertheless, Sorcerer has now changed his tide, changed his alliance. He now wears the black military gear of the young men who want nothing but the destruction of our company.
Bell sounds every 30 seconds. Three competitors we added to this matchup, one at a time, each 30 seconds. Sorcerer and Grace start off now, and K, who the hell could even fathomably be out? Listen, that's the beauty of it. We don't even know. The roll out of the way. Ethan Grace dodging the damage. Sorcerer's trying to dish out 1, 2. It could be a quick elimination. No, still going on, and Vincenzo! The Don! The Don is here! And he's great! He scurries out!
I thought Fantastic put him through the ringer.
Well, clearly, Vinny still trying to, he is number one contention for the Renegade Championship. That's a championship Vincenzo's won before after the German suplex, and Sorcerer stays alive. Grace, wait a minute now. Grace waits out the next 30 seconds. Who is next? And right hands, several right hands. William!
Oh my goodness.
Here he is! And a try to blade! Vincenzo dodged! And now Sorcerer is out of the ring. He's going to let those two handle it. He goes to Ethan Grace.
Whoever thought that Billy Goat and the Don would be in the same ring at the same time.
And now, Ethan thrown in there. There's one more competitor left to go. Sorcerer DDT. Who is next? 3, the last competitor of this matchup. JID, Mr. Criminal Mastermind, makes his AWF return and gets a steel chair from Vinny. A former Tip Bill reunion here, while Ospreay covers Sorcerer 2 for the win. Grace steel stairs to Vinny. Into Jay.
It is absolute mayhem already in this gauntlet match.
And wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Another damn competitor. Who the hell is on and out? Kevin Ace! Kevin Ace!
Oh
Kevin
my
Ace!
goodness. Reach the praise. Immediately taking a steel chair to his former friend.
And wait! Sorcerer's gone! Vincenzo takes out Sorcerer! While Kevin Ace, he's not scheduled to be here! Where did the countdown come from? And now Ace and Grace here in goodness! It's live! And in Michigan! Now, JID and Ospreay in the ring. JID, the mastermind, and Ospreay. Ethan sees Vinny. Dropkick, miss, wailed on it. These men could be the next Renegade champion competing against Mo Game. Off the ropes. Jumps Ospreay. Forbidden. The blade. Jay into the ring. 1, 2, almost 3, and a kick out. Another blade from Ospreay. All over the mayhem.
Trying to work off the spoils of Ospreay's labor.
And Kevin Ace back already for the blood of Ethan, perhaps. Nearly Ospreay was gone. All over. It'll be hard to pick a favorite in this one, K. Steel chair. Down goes Grace. Down goes Ace. Super kick from Ethan to Vinny. And he evades trouble in the way he made you, maybe. Oh, JID. Bulldogs to Ospreay. Back into the ring. Jay grabs up Ethan. And the youngin' gets set down with a choke slam. Powerbomb! Ospreay on Ace. Win. Not there. Could have been gone. Ethan gets a nice elbow to Vincenzo. Ethan sets Vincenzo up on the top. Ospreay is going to attempt to powerbomb. Was trying to do something. Hurricane Rana!
Oh, the Frankensteiner.
Superman punch to Ospreay. And a hook in the leg. 1, 2, Ethan. Kevin Ace pile drives Jay onto the chair. 1, 2. And wait. Did you just see Ethan try to disrupt that pin cover? It didn't work. But he tried to disrupt it. Ospreay.
The hate is so pure between these two that Ethan Grace tried to stop Kevin Ace from even getting something in this matchup.
And
though
now,
it would benefit him. Oh my, I don't understand how you could have that sort of vitriol to somebody who you were close friends with.
And now, JID is gone. It's down to Ospreay, Grace, and Vinny. And as long with Ace, who just rolled out of the ring. Renegade Championship held by Mo Game, the winningest champion, the winningest competitor in the AWF of 2025. The best record in the company. And now, as well, the longest reigning Renegade champion. And Ospreay! Hooks the leg on Vinny! 1, 2, kick out! Wow!
And that's why most people call him the greatest wrestler in the world.
Wow! The combination! The blade and the dive! 1, 2! No. Now, Ethan Grace lines up something. The Eclipse! Stunner! With Grace!
Is Ethan Grace gonna get one over?
2! Kick out!
Oh, no.
This matchup is all over in his sanctum. Oh! Is Great Hell Springboard. Stops him right there. Hooks the leg. 1. Goodness gracious.
And steel steps right to the jaw of Will Ospreay.
And up next, ladies and gentlemen, after this matchup, it will be Hollywood trying to address the interference on AWF Ignition, the assistance of Mary Mathers introduced into the equation. And now, you know, she wants an explanation from the young lady, and, well, will she get it tonight? Well, we're going to find out. Now, Ospreay was inquiring the help of Kevin Ace. And, oh, well, he got it in the form of a curb stomp. And then a blade! Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Look at him. For what reason? For what reason? And now the fight to Ospreay.
It's pure hatred.
It's immaturity. And now Ospreay with a drop kick. It missed. DDT.
Great dodge out of the way.
I've spoken to some of those competitors, Kay. I've heard that the A on that logo is, you know, that logo branding is just a little bit harder to land on than the rest of the ring. And, you know, Ospreay making work on that drop kick! The drop kick! Yeah, goodness. Here. Drop kick! And another one. Hella, you know, beautiful drop kicks from Ethan as he arms himself. Vincenzo.
It ain't broke, don't fix it.
Now and then Tway. Tried an elbow drop to Ospreay. He rolled out of the way. Kips up. Ospreay gets a steel chair for his troubles. Kevin Ace watches him as Vinny beats down on Ospreay, and Kevin Ace and Ethan one-on-one in the ring. It's happening right now.
You know, this
Kevin,
is what they both
oh
wanted.
no!
Here we go.
The pile driver! Ethan Grace down! Kicks out at nothing! Pure nothing!
You gotta be kidding me.
Victory roll! Kick to the face! Vincenzo and Ospreay ringside, still fighting. Ospreay dragged into the ring now. Here, Ace clotheslining. Here, Vinny has Kevin Ace. Oh! His head on that, on the apron.
And that is just pure brutality coming from Grace toward Ospreay.
And now the crab is Ethan Grace gonna tap out Will Ospreay.
You get not even in the Blue Moon's chance. There is no way.
And Vincenzo, ever. Hey now, ever is a bit absurd.
Well, listen, Will Ospreay has grit like I've never seen. That man is kicked out of death once.
And now Kevin Ace gets trouble from Ethan. Ethan, a headbutt. Ethan's focused on the matchup. Sitting with a senton. Ospreay down. 1, 2. Ospreay's gone. Well, he got the pin on him. He didn't get the tap out, but he got the pin. And Ethan, sayonara.
Here we go. Power driver.
One. Nope.
And yet again, a kick out.
No. Oh, look at this. Now it's down to 3. Down to 3. Kevin Ace, behind you. You know, I gotta remember these guys can't hear me. You know, that doesn't exactly help them dodge half the time. Now.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure they take advice from you anyway. These guys are pretty, lead-headed. Especially the man in the middle of the ring who's dragging Ethan Grace to the rope.
About to beat him like a government mule while Grace escapes trouble. It's an elbow. And... oh! Kevin Ace! Driven on the crown of the chair! What is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? Ethan, you gotta... Stop, sends Vinny down.
He will do anything to limit Kevin Nason's success, even if it means limiting his.
And the stunner, the Eclipse Stunner, falling with grace. 1, 2. Kevin Ace is gone, and Vinny's pissed off. Vinny, oh.
And here we go, roll up.
1,
Grace by
2, nearly. Ethan Grace going and now splitting the hand of Vinny. Rolls up and out of there. Vinny and Ethan Grace, one-on-one. Ethan shoved back. Up, down, crossbody. No. Ethan gloating to Kevin as he grabs the steel stairs. He likes to drop it, sees Vincenzo's getting back up, going for something else. Springboard, misses! Now...
Here we go, Vincenzo. Grace is tied up in the ropes. The Don has got something big planned here, Agent A.
And it doesn't look friendly. No, Ethan,
Not
back
at all.
up! Oh!
Well, he would have ended his life had the Don hit that curb stomp.
And instead it's a crossface! Crossface to the Don! Ethan rolling. Literally keep rolling. And he is gonna take a page from Ospreay's book.
And a hidden blade that certainly was hidden. Vincenzo couldn't see it coming. 1, 2, and a kick out.
And Ethan can't believe it. Looks around. Calls his shot. Right hand. Another, several. A kick. A spin. Ethan dragged and lands on that metal. Steel. Vinny's leg does as well. Ethan getting sent off the ropes. Super kick. And now...
Here we go. Getting the Achilles lock. On Vincenzo looking to tap out the Don instead.
And Vinny slowly and surely now no. Here. Down. Swing of that kendo stick. Nice, pops it. Oh no!
You know, I was just about to say I've been surprised that Ethan Grace can last this physical matchup with a man like Vincenzo, but you know, there's other ways to do that too. This is no DQ after all, and Ethan Grace now taking advantage.
And now, after the low blow, he splits Vincenzo's fingers. Ethan Grace, there's no bloody way. There's no bloody
He's got a
way.
hammer lock. He's got an arm breaker. Vincenzo's got nowhere to go. Even if he did, it's no DQ, no rope breaks.
Ethan, he gets sent into the corner. Vincenzo with that boulder clothesline, no. Ethan still showing life, while Vincenzo is probably questioning, how the hell is this guy, this kid, still fighting back like this?
I think we all are. I think we're all quick to characterize Ethan Grace as a weasel, but I think a lot of us forgot that he can go.
And gets flipped or up hop. Oh! Reverse powerbomb. A reverse powerbomb. Vinny going to the top for a Swanton bomb!
Absolutely ridiculous.
But he's back up!
Graceful.
Gets a cradle! Down! 1, 2! Ethan wins!
You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be absolutely kidding me, Agent A.
You can't believe it, huh?
If we're being honest, that was the least likely person I was expecting to win this matchup. I was not expecting him to last to the end, especially not past his former friend Kevin Ace. But it looks like Ethan Grace is the opportunist, and he is the man with the prize, or at least one step closer to the prize, that is the Renegade Championship.
And he is set to face Mo Game AWF Ignition. He might have to look over his shoulder because Mantis is also creeping around those hallways. But we have more Monday Night Chaos up next. Let's see if Hollywood is going to get the word from Mary Mathers that she deserves. Okay, here we are, AWF Monday Night Chaos, where Hollywood wants answers from Mary Mathers. She firmly believes she didn't need Mathers' help to win that matchup. She's frustrated that the match now has an asterisk on it, and quite frankly, wants to put the daughter right next to the mother in the retirement home. And well, not in those exact words, but she wants to put Miss Mathers in check. And Kay, how do you feel here, you know, even just seeing all of this unfold?
This entire thing is backwards. That's all I'm going to say about that. I mean, even going from how I felt about Tamika Brown to how I now feel about her, I would never wish a woman's daughter to make her debut in a company where she made so much history. And now,
wait a minute!
Speaking of which, this
Mary
young lady, Mary Mathers,
drop the
is not waiting
formalities!
for any kind of bell or official. She's getting right to it. A curb stomp to Hollywood.
This is not an official matchup. Simply so, Hollywood wanted a word. She's getting more than a word. She's getting another stomp. Mathers, you gotta stop it. Cut it out. A 3-time women's world champion of our company getting, oh no, getting curb stomped. 3 times is the charm, and Mathers is gone. We have a main event coming up next. Monday Night Chaos. People's Champion is gonna answer for his damn issues, his damn problems. What the hell, Kay? And now,
it's a lawless land here in Saginaw, Michigan.
CM Loaf was told by the Dragon to get 4 gentlemen on your team, while Kenneth Kilgore, making his return from the hospital, will have his 3 men. And well, CM Loaf, the AWF World Champion, alongside Ace Carter in the green, Trey Johnson in the black, and the Diamond Taker right there on the right. What a team? What the heck? I mean, they've got everything, all bases covered. I guess this is a dynamic. These men are all, apart from Trey Johnson, you know, all respect, Ace Carter, Loaf, and Taker can all take the skies, can all do the same dynamic technical wrestling. Trey Johnson is more of the technical brutality style. This team, all I'm going to say is I hope Kilgore has some good friends assembled.
I'm even surprised that CM Loaf had friends in the locker room.
Well, more so is believe it. You know, this is just these guys using this opportunity to get their names back on the mat, not out of a liking for CM Loaf, but you know they do all respect the People's Champion somehow, some way. And
what's there to respect? He's a lowlife. He went at the man's wife, which is why this match is going on right now. I don't give a damn personally what championship is around his waist.
And now,
among other things, CM Loaf is absolutely unhinged in that address, quote unquote. And now
he was unwell.
Our answer.
AJ Arrows here and there alongside AK-170 to see these guys on one side is always going to be a fun sight, but who in the hell is going to be their 4th competitor? The World Heavyweight Champion walks to the ring looking more, I guess, calm, but I don't know if that's a competitive calm or whatever it is, but he looks deadly focused right now.
AJ Arrows flanked by AK-170, former World Tag Team Champions. Just more than a dozen World Championships between the two. Obviously, the current reigning and defending World Heavyweight Champion Kenneth Kilgore has a real bone to pick with CM Loaf, and so does AJ Arrows, and so does Mamba Ant. You know, that's the difference. All these men have a real grudge against CM Loaf. You know, CM Loaf squad may be here to get their name out, or whatever term you use, but the men on Kenneth Kilgore's team are going to have an actual reason to want to punch CM Loaf.
Wait a minute now. It's Faceless! 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 In his first ever Monday Night Chaos match! This is the guy who in Yankee Stadium a few weeks ago...
He didn't know this guy.
Well, he doesn't. Arrows doesn't know the guy. Kenneth
he's on a team with him, isn't he?
Well, he most certainly is. But, you know, this is Team Kilgore, not Team Arrows. And, Faceless, he super kicked CM Loaf one way or another. He has a real reason of not, you know, he doesn't like the Elite. And he may very much so be on the same team with what some might call the Elite and Mamba Ant. But right now, CM Loaf represents the evil and Faceless. I don't think he's doing this out of a liking for any of the men on his team. He's doing this out of a hate for CM Loaf, as are the rest of them. A clothesline. Trey Johnson and Mamba Ant to start this one off. This main event, Monday Night Chaos. And Renegade Warzone 3 just weeks away in Yankee Stadium. Now, slide. Oh, wait. What is this? What is that? Come on. And Kilgore gets a right hand.
Right, that's a tag team maneuver is what that was.
I know damn well what it was. I'm just saying, these two with no experience on a team together, getting that synergy, you know, it's just a bit blasphemous. Carter.
Well, listen, when you got an opportunity like this, you better learn some synergy fast, because chemistry isn't going to wait for you.
And now, right hands, Faceless and Arrows are attempting to stop Carter. Ace Carter! Spanish fly to Ant! And
Ace Carter, the impressive young man from Rev Pro, obviously still trying to find his footing here in the AWF. And this match can certainly help him do it.
Tag back is into Trey Johnson. Gets a run and a power slam from Ant. Sticking to the ground game, Ant going for the legs. This matchup
right now.
Justice because CM Loaf decided to talk and use family, talk about wives, talk about, you know, generations and how he's all this and how my family spits at your family. Look, whatever the hell the man's got going on,
upbringing.
I think he's compensating for something.
That I dislike Mamba Ant maybe even worse than the next person, but he talked about the man's upbringing, how he got food on the table as a child. CM Loaf is despicable in that regard. Never, ever do you ever bring that up.
And goodness! The right hand. Going for a leg. Tag is in. The Faceless. Faceless gets the tag. And now in an elbow drop. Faceless, again, this is his first ever Monday Night Chaos matchup. And that... this...
CM Loaf had such a problem with Faceless. He tagged himself in right now and then take it up with him, but I'm afraid that our champ might be a coward.
And Trey Johnson, what a reversal! The strength of Johnson. And now, it's the Diamond Taker to get a tag in. Again, all guys trying to get their names back on, get the camera back on them. And well, that's exactly what's happening. A moonsault! Out of the way, Faceless and Taker. The Diamond Taker showing off his... Oh! What a DDBFT! Blunt force trauma! Hooks the leg! One!
Right on the top of the head as well.
And Faceless, embraced by the crowd, Taker stops his attempted maneuver over the shoulders. Faceless scoops up, he's out the way. Faceless thrown into the corner. Tag is in.
Here comes the heavyweight champion of the world. A nice combo with Faceless. And we know the history between these two men.
Nice popping super kick. Kilgore aims, fires, clothesline! Oh, Kilgore and Loaf, they're in! Do you know he just did a gunshot to CM Loaf point blank? That's a little bit funny. I mean, really. And Kilgore stops all the shenanigans. He did. I don't think I've ever seen Kenneth Kilgore do such a thing.
Whoa. Kenneth Kilgore has never heard a man talk about his wife in that manner.
And here, Faceless is trying to help out Kenneth Kilgore get a strike in on Loaf, but miscommunications are afoot. And wait, no, he's back in. Maybe they're back on the same foot now. And no, simply put, Kenneth Kilgore is ignoring the help of Faceless. And, well, something is going on between these two. It's a miscommunication of who wants to beat down Loaf. And both gentlemen...
Well, I don't blame them personally.
Goodness. CM Loaf is getting a schoolyard beat down. And he's going to get thrown into the corner. And Kenneth Kilgore tag is into AJ Arrows. AJ, top turnbuckle. Kilgore runs with a power slam. AJ Arrows, elbow drop!
Oh!
Runs off the ropes. Sitting senton. Here in this match, there's one fall. One fall decides who wins. No.
Everyone on that Kenneth Kilgore side would dream of pinning the AWF champion, not only because of the implications, because of the man who wears the title.
And now, Ant having a word with Newton, and probably asking him why he's trying to have a fair fight with a guy like Loaf in the ring, and Newton going at it, while AJ Arrows chops away on the former People's Champion, tagging the Faceless. Slowly to his feet, Faceless. Double chop. DDT. Both Taker and Trey try to get the tag for Loaf. Not happening. Oh, and an Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice. Faceless trying to tap out CM Loaf right here, right now. And no, not happening now.
And that's the man who apparently cost him the AWF championship.
No, a tag is into Trey Johnson. Faceless suplexes Taker. His leg landing on Loaf. And Faceless still costing Loaf something with a pop-up Rana.
And Trey Johnson in the ring trying to mix things up now. Real waist lock.
And now
trio of elbows there. Man, there are bodies in the ring right now. Look at Ace Carter. Ace Carter proving valuable for his team there, stopping the offense of Faceless. And over the ropes goes the heavyweight champ. And things are spilling out of control as Newton is trying to calm the tensions in our main event.
And now off the ropes. Power slam. Faceless. AJ Arrows wants to tag. Not getting it. Ace Carter. Into the ring, Faceless. Has Ace Carter up. Ace Carter's up for a GTS. Down. Hooks the leg. And CM Loaf stops it all. AJ Arrows into the ring. Ace Carter is in. Nice. Bye-bye Loaf.
And Arrows, middle rope. Ace Carter looks to be the target, and instead of a diving move, he got the chop.
And now again, the miscommunications from the side against the forces at B. Well, Faceless spiking DDT, Faceless wrestlers a very old school and mean style. One, not a lot of giving. He's very, you know, a lot of dead weight on these moves.
No, Faceless, you mean, the guy's built. No doubt about that.
Tag is into Mamba Ant. Blockbuster. Kick to the back.
Take back to almost the small of the back. It looked like the top of the back. And now, 8-time world champ Mamba Ant going to work on Ace Carter.
Ace Carter down middle center of the ring. In for an STF. Could be a tap out. No. Carter. Still up now. Still up now. You know, Ant pops him. Tells him, you can't see me. Stacy would be proud. And now, oh, several right hands. Another kick. Try to chop. Grabbed up. DDT. Oh my goodness. Pops back up. RKO. Down. Several of them go. CM Loaf remains on the apron. Still remains on the apron. And Ant decides to switch it up.
Well, I was going to say he was the only one standing for his team, but Mamba Ant makes sure that is not the case. And now these two who have been jaw-jacking back and forth over the recent weeks.
Ant has him wrapped up. CM Loaf. DDT! Diamond Taker's in. Diamond Taker's in. A springboard. And RKO to Diamond Taker! Down goes Carter. Johnson's still on. Down he goes. Loaf slides. He's down. Hooks the leg. 1, 2 for the win. No. Mamba to his feet. Big kick missed. Loaf must die signs. Oh my, wow.
My goodness. I mean, I know how I feel about the man, but that is violent.
Off the ropes. Drop kick and AK-170 unites for a moment. Loaf must die. That's incredible. I mean, I've only ever seen Kill Mamba Ant. I didn't think I'd ever see the day Loaf gets that. Now, never then. I never thought I'd see the day he said half the things he said tonight. Kilgore.
Precisely.
He's had a lot to say about the Diamond Taker and throughout his career. Cathartic justice for Kenneth Kilgore, perhaps. In this moment, a snapping suplex. Diamond Taker.
Right off the middle rope, but trust me, the impact was not lessened whatsoever.
What the hell is this? And a clothesline and then a spear. A clotheslining spear to Taker. Still finding his footing. Faceless and Kilgore still not getting it. Oh! A miscalculation! What a maneuver from Diamond Taker! Kilgore!
And it ended up terribly.
DDT! Double underhook! Faceless! He's livid! He's livid! He's storming over there! Oh no, I don't think Kilgore sees the anger in his eyes. Kilgore doesn't. Oh! Oh, he doesn't! A right hand! Faceless takes it out on the world champion!
What is going on?
I believe Faceless thinks that stomp was intentional! And now, a steel chair! And there's nothing stopping Faceless from doing it!
Whose side is this guy on right now?
Maybe his own damn side! Diamond Taker! Anaconda Vice! Diamond Taker! He taps! He taps!
My God!
Team
My
Kilgore
God!
still wins! Commotion and hell!
What an absolute
chaos!
fumble! That was it. That was just an absolute just collapse.
I mean,
by the good guys.
Faceless got the other end of a Kenneth Kilgore curb stomp, then promptly took it out on the world champion. I couldn't be mad at him. I understand why he did, but look at what happened, and somehow, some way, they're still the victors of the night.
not almost but they were almost victim, is what I will say.
That is true.
Was very thin.
We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this Monday Night Chaos from Agent A and wait a minute! Backstage! Taking us backstage! Angela! Women's World AWF Women's World Champion! Roxanne Perez! Women's World Heavyweight Champion! In the Pebble, there is a brawl going on backstage! I can't tell what the hell is what is which! And a right.
We're supposed to be off the air right now, folks. But it looks like Angela has fought herself in a dust-up.
And the Pebble is alongside helping her out while they beat down on the TIF ladies. Angela gets up. Elbow drop off the mark. Belair lining up. Oh, Perez is down. Perez is down. Belair a KOD. Both women's world champions on both sides having war. And we don't know who's going to be the victor. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Monday Night Chaos. What the hell?
With THC all through my respiratory, vest mandatory, self-explanatory. The black MacGyver, wolf pack messiah, the rapping sire, spit rapid fire. That's a strap, no heat in these streets. That's a rap, but no rap for us. You can trust it's a home robbery, and we wrap you up. Yep, all my homies kept guns, so I kept one. The hood had love for me like I was his stepson. Even when I'm spaced out, high as the Jetsons. Not Elroy, do not tell boy, but you do not know, cause you do not help the boy. He smelt the boy, boy will grow, shells will blow. Have your brains out, so the hell you go. Yep, go money, go over. Not funny, no. Gotta have it, this world is so cold. Go money, over. Not funny, no. Gotta have it, this world is so cold. No jewels on my neck, but my mind's an emerald. Police shine lights.